Hey everybody, welcome to Bura. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how Coinbase's CEO said that crypto users' assets might be liquidated if Coinbase goes bankrupt. All right, welcome back. So let's take a look here at this here. So Coinbase says that users' crypto assets lack bankruptcy protection. So what does this mean? Basically, if Coinbase goes bankrupt, you might lose all of your coins. That's basically what this means here. Now, here's the thing about cryptocurrency exchanges here. Now, exchanges are kind of like banks, but they're much less regulated. So it's possible, like if a bank goes bankrupt, it's possible to lose all your money, right? And this is not impossible to happen, but will Coinbase go bankrupt here? Well, the thing is, it would take a lot for Coinbase to go bankrupt. It's possible, but I would say that if Coinbase goes bankrupt, that's not good for the crypto space here. Now, if you've been a fan of this channel, I made a video saying that the best thing you can do is just kind of put your coins onto Coinbase now, and then you just set kind of set it and forget it here. Well, that obviously has changed. Now that I know this information here, if Coinbase goes bankrupt here, you definitely shouldn't be using this here because there's no protection here. So you want to make sure that there are some kind of protections here. Now, there's been a lot of things that have happened this week, and one of the most important things is that the Terra Luna coin and the USD, the Terra UST, lost its peg here. So let's take a look at both of these here. And you can see here, Bitcoin has now gone above 30,000 here. And you can see that a lot of the other altcoins like Cardano, XRP, Solana, they're down quite a lot here. In fact, Solana is down at 55. I remember when it was at 200. And then Dogecoin's down below 10 cents here. Shiba Inu is down quite a bit here. So a lot of people are rushing into Bitcoin as a safe haven. But let's talk a little bit about Terra Luna as well as the USDT here. So this was supposed to be a stable coin. Now, if you don't know, a stable coin is supposed to be pegged to the US dollar. So you have one Terra USD, you have one US dollar here, 1,000, right? It's supposed to peg here. But here's the thing, it lost its peg here. And you can see over the 24 hours here, 7 days, 14 days, you can see that, roughly it did have its peg and then all of a sudden it lost its peg. But the blockchain that this is based on also lost a lot of its money. So if I go to the 30 days here, it was at probably a little bit more, 90 days. It was even higher than this here. So you can see here it was like at 116. Now it's worth next to nothing here. Now, some people who have contrarian views might say this is a perfect time to buy, because if it goes back up to even $10, you're going to be quite rich by doing that here. In fact, it actually did go up 1,000% since the bottom here. So that's kind of interesting. But you can see in the last 24 hours or so, it's down about 52% here. So of course, invest at your own will here. But nevertheless, this kind of chart here could happen to Bitcoin. It's unlikely though. It's very unlikely that it could, but it could happen to some other altcoins. So you always have to invest at your own risk here. Now, it's always possible here, but for the longest run here, I think that a lot of these coins will definitely do well in the future. So what should you do here? Well, if you really want to store your Bitcoin, the best way is to go to this Investopedia here. And then the best way to do it is offline wallets here. And so if you don't know, it's kind of like there's a little device that you get and you can store your Bitcoin offline. And this is the best way to do it. It's like storing, your if you had gold or anything valuable here, it'd be exactly the same thing here. Now, of course, you can do this with a lot of the different cryptos here, but for exchanges that are not Bitcoin, if you want to keep your Bitcoin off, but all these other ones so you can get staking balance, that's also not necessarily a bad idea here. So even if we go to the Coinbase stock, right, you can see here, and if we kind of hop into this here, you can see that even over the last little while, they had some pretty bad earnings. Things are down 64%. If I go to the 1 year here and we go from the absolute top, and it was 357, now it's trading 90% down here. Now, of course, some people invest at the bottom here. But thing is, if we go back the last 5 days, things have kind of bounced off the bottom here, a whole whopping 54%. And that's just kind of what things are right now. Things are very volatile here. But I'm very surprised to see Bitcoin now almost at 31,000 per coin here. So that's also really good here. Now, of course, Bitcoin, if we go back to Bitcoin here, and we go to, let's say, 180 days here, you can still see that it's from its all-time high. It's down almost more than 50%, really. Well, let's see. The all-time high was 70, so it's down 55% here. And if we go to some of the other ones here, let's take a look at XRP is not a good example, but let's take a look at Cardano and Solana because they're fairly similar here. So we have there, it's 81% down from the high, and then this one here is 78 here. So there are lots of buying opportunities everywhere. So just keep in mind, this is anything investing is risky here. You invest in your cash, it's going to get lost to inflation. You invest in stocks, they can go down. Crypto, gold, even gold, if we take a look at some of the commodities here. Oil's going up, natural gas this is usually high for natural gas. Gold is down, silver's down, and then copper is kind of mid here. So these are things that you need to look out for, right? You have to make sure if you are going into this place that having some cash is not necessarily a bad idea. All right, so that concludes this video. I want to know your thoughts down below. Please comment because this channel does not get enough comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.